What is up, you guys? Welcome to day 9. Today we are diving deeper into that wheel of life that we talked about yesterday. We went through your big 10. If you did not do that, pause me, go back, make sure that you watch that because you can't move forward without those tools. That's kind of cool thing about the Dream Life Blueprint workbook is like you have to kind of go through the beginning chapters. Like you can't do it out of order, which is really, I think it's so cool that you're going to revisit stuff like what you go through and the breakthroughs and the epiphanies that you literally, especially in chapter 2, which we're about to dive into in the next couple days, when you get into that and you tap into that stuff and the epiphanies and the fact that you revisit it later in the workbook and you're like, oh, dang, that's why I do that. And this is how I can tap into this to make myself better, more motivated, and make all the things happen. It's amazing. Okay. So today, what we're going to talk about is a little touch of values. So we're going to come back to this in chapter 3 in the workbook later, where we talk about what you value most. So I've already given up the first 3 chapters and we're not even at chapter 2 yet. So chapter 1 is where are you really? Chapter 2 is who are you really? And chapter 3 is what do you value? So in going through your wheel of life, and this is the biggest kind of apology that I want to make. If you ever did your wheel of life with me and you were like, mine is off balance and it's like a Fred Flintstone, like I'm a mess. You're not a mess. It's either one of 2 things. So if you've done your wheel of life, and if you haven't, quickly, let's go through this. I'm not drawing it. You guys are always like, make your circle. It's in the workbook. And if you've done the vision board party, you've done it. So you take your top 10 categories, you create a pie with 10 little pie shapes, and each of those 10 categories is the pie shape, and you basically fill it in to like match out of 10 how full it would be. So if your wheel is kind of wobbly, it's probably never going to be perfectly round. But what a lot of people will say is, especially if they host things or they've written a book on it, or you've ever heard somebody talk about this, they'll tell you you're off kilter. Like you could never drive on those wheels and your wheel of life is off kilter. Here's what I have to say to that. Cool, bro. But maybe I'm in a season of growth and I don't have all the time in the world to work out right now because I am building a business that's going to change my life forever. Should I like maybe readjust and maybe the pendulum will start to swing like in the middle soon? Sure. Pendulum right now is going a little bit like totally to each end. It doesn't have to be perfect. You could be in a season of growth, so give yourself grace. If you're rocking it at something else, awesome. If you're holding wheels at like levels 1 to 3, then let's work on some stuff. But if you're really, really thriving in one area, you're in a season of growth. Give yourself some grace. 2, if the category is ranked really, really low, like let's say you've got 3 categories that you're like, dang, here's where I think that we're so wrong in this wheel of life. Those areas that you've ranked low could probably just mean the most to you. Those are your values. Chances are those are the ones you value most. So if you ranked, and I'm just giving examples, but let's say you ranked family, relationship, like romance, finances, health, whatever, low, those might be your top 3 values. Like that might be what you value the most. Wild, right? So I want you to think about that. What are the highest 3 ranked from your top 10 categories, your big 10? What are your highest ranked categories? 3 of them. Drop them in the live chat. So what were they? 1, 2, 3. And then your lowest 3. What were those? And I want you to wrap your head around the fact that your lowest or your highest in the same breath, because if you're working on them and they're thriving, that could also be your values. Like maybe you just really, really value your work and it is thriving right now. Cool. Those are your values. So chances are these high 3s and these low 3s are going to be your values. And we're going to come back to values soon, but I wanted you to be able to understand that there's nothing wrong with you. You're not off kilter. Your wheel of life car, the car that is driving on these wheels of life is not going to crash. You could be in a season of growth. And if anything, you just unlocked what you actually value. So with that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Be honest. Go share in the live chat. Live chat? Hopefully it's live chat. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Comment down below if you are on the recording of this, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye, dudes.